Okay, hello. I just saw a video from the MI6 coming was from 1 day ago actually. I've been in my bed for 24 hours, so I missed it. Um, I don't know if it was for who, um, but it makes me feel profound for those who have integrity and are into this. Um, just feel the urge to ask for all the influencers to think that no one is going to win. This is not a game for one sperm to become a leader and to win another. So you get all these waves, yeah? And all these turning points, yeah. So just support each other for this shared information. That's for the technological map. So you can lead together. Um, because men are very obsessive to as I have obsession. I have strong traits of obsession. But I was trained from childhood against my will to have this strict, repetitive regimen until I get it. So I can understand the masculine perspective as well in that sense. You don't care. Nick Fuentes has freedom of expression, so he's open mouthed. He's very sharp to detect what to say first and keep with the tissue of reality, which is more convincing, going with what the people say. But I can spend 2 weeks on the stream myself, and I have redirect many storylines myself alone with all my storylines among the stream just to post first on the comments, and that wins over with what people think towards another truth next to it. When I place myself on psycho mode, this is not a situation about winning a storyline over others so people are more with you. This is to make it happen together if possible. So yes, the argument is strong and is sassy. You might wish to have 4 million views in one day, or just end up like Mr. Beast to get ratings. So when I look at somebody, you can be very interesting and sharp and liked. I was a funny girl at class as well, to push the limits so everyone is happy as well, even the teacher. But if you can get away with another joke, you would, wouldn't you? So I measure how many times you said she. So so there are many men that are sexually premature. They need to explore their own body. This is required for international therapists if they want to become just a therapist. They have to do 2 years of massage to understand the body. They will understand the mind as well as when you draw a character. It's a lot of heat here. I have put so much heat everywhere. To shut it off. But what I mean is really like, if you can all get to meet from a standpoint where you all belong to the same skin, it's maybe too premature to ask for this. So you invite each other to create your own generation, because the other one is lost. There is no return from this generation. They're never going to change. I can only use my intelligence to tell you, because there is nobody talking to me. But if I hear that the one must remain in the darkness or in the shadows, but I said it myself as well, because anyone could become an enemy to another if anyone supports me. But I've said it very clear from my heart, so you really know. My father wished to work for the British Parliament. Osho had always the British man or woman asking him questions, because he liked the British. I had this close around my life. My mother was the one who picked for me to study in an English boarding school. And my father always always with his frustration, and I want to say this to Venezuela and President Maduro, that my father was actually very frustrated with the prepotence of Venezuelans. These people, Hugo Chavez came on power, and he would still have that frustration. But the system, he would shout at home, that works here. But you see it in the train stations, you see it on every system. I can study other people's profiles, others could study me, but it's not that I see on Erica Care, my mother, because she's blonde and blue eyes. My mother was well supported by my father, but each had their own, so they would be satisfied with what they do on their own responsibility. Sometimes people have, and you see that if you have maximum freedom of expression through role play and expressive to say what you wish. But when you have a common goal, at the same time you understand this is a new generation, and what needs to be done is something totally new. Just believe that the most millionaire people, the richest people in this world, don't want the lower class, which you might think they are very rich, but they don't have that much of money. They do have, but they want to have more, and they will corrupt anything as possible, and they're sick and tired of them. I believe, no one has told me this, I believe they would rather support you. I believe they would rather support you to at least start. I know it's gonna work, because who wouldn't like to have credit in this form of expression? Just support each other for the technological map. My main character is the goddess of hatred. So I cannot do that. I can't roleplay. I cannot have my stories being shared, because that only belongs to the fantasy realms for people who are there. There are strong rules that separate fiction from reality. I still can't wait to go back to roleplay in a world where no one is hacking. So we go back, but my friend has lost his mind. He's trying to maintain the few leftovers, because you cannot maintain a group if you're playing one by one and monologue. So one by one is just one person responding to another, but you have different dynamics of groups, and we have not shared this, but it has to do as well with mediating in real life with other rules, because real life is serious. So Nick Fuentes likes the show. He's very smart, but he does not think for the wall. He's willing to win over even if he loses, because he will follow the scandal. Yeah, he knows he can get away with it, because scandal after scandal, people are gonna go click there, right? So you're not gonna go and play like, yeah, let's be friends, let's be sisters and brothers. Big mouth it. Yeah. So yeah, that's great. That's what we do to drive people crazy, so they get involved. I think sometimes, like, really, imagine if I bring my characteristics out into reality and give a discourse to prepare for war. Just imagine that, right? And then people believe into it, and the person that's been giving a speech with a reason why they're gonna lose. They always lose. If you read that shit, if you're smart, you wouldn't even read it. But I decode people with the goddess of hatred, which is the goddess of last breath, and she is the goddess of the Titanomachia, and she will only come out of the underworld when there is a Titan war among role players. Okay, I am blended with mythology when we do virtual reality games. So she's very funny on the side of no one, but at the side of everyone, because everybody dies. So that's part of the characteristic as a river. Just be aware that your role in this world, as 2025 is ending, is to open up, just get together to present that you are going to lead for the technological globe map. And if I can help to if I can, I mean, we have been all here for this, that I would wish to bring Bill Gates down, and I would rather just prefer, it's not that I prefer, I've been told before I was born, and believe me or not, I would rather just go and kill them all one by one. But I was told before being born, because I believe in tortures and that people need to be put to limits so they learn their limits. And if you don't torture people or punish them, they'll never learn. That's the way. Or just kill them so the majority learns. But I was told before I was born, and I don't remember. This is just a memory there. What can I tell you? Believe me or not. What I mean, the meaning of all this, whatever is true or not, that's from the unknown before I was born. That our father said, you must work this out yourself, because human consciousness can only happen through understanding, not by force or by killing others. So what I believe was wrong, to have someone punished, as I was I was not punished. I was locked, taking my power away. But what is power anyway? I didn't want to belong there. That's why I didn't want to belong in a world where people kill each other for power. And I said it loudly, and I was locked. So, because I insulted everyone. I insulted all their ancestors who kill others, and that's why they're here. Just saying, why would you wanna? Why would you want to be a queen surrounded by all these fraudulent people who are murderers and liars, pretending to be something they are not better than anyone, just killing each other in the name of honor? So I was dignified to be trapped in a tower for decades or 40 years. It was not a punishment. It was a choice. You rather give yourself to God and pray to what is immortal than be among these mortals on a generation you don't want to be. You don't want to be. Why would you want to be? I'm a monkey see, monkey do. So this is a conversation towards a new system. So it was something everyone agree on the realm of an afterlife, which you can consider was a dream or maybe a memory from so much imagination, from so much role play or so much going on in your mind. It's never to be taken seriously. Never to be taken seriously. That information that's always going to be a mystery. You can't produce the evidence. So it's irrelevant, but the meaning is there, and the pattern is there. It's what they teach you when you do hypnosis and go to past lives, and you see the same pattern sometimes through many stories. Could be past lives or from your imagination, but the pattern is true. So if you're seeing that pattern that continues to be in your real life here now, at least it helps you in the moment to achieve a better conversation with yourself and others. So you might not just be talking to United States of America, you might be talking as well with friends from around the world and helping the world to get better. So if you hate women so much, or niggers, you might end up loving them even more, not because they are near your city and you're sniffing coke together and you think it's cool. Of course you're taking the piss out of it, and it's funny, and anyone could understand where it comes from, but it's not fair that you're gonna waste your saliva in bullshit, then go and suck somebody else's arsehole if you like to suck bullshit. Get some points together, even if you want to be against, and make it a swing like dancers. Yeah, the greatest dancers don't need choreography, more or less. They already know those steps, so you guys have the intelligence to form that. Erica has not been trained mentally to sharpen her intellect through many layers as a chess player, because you're already having many storylines behind and having to pick up the direction of it. She got everything because she's pretty. And let's be frankly honest, you can be very pretty and very smart as well. But her form of intelligence doesn't work well if she's under threat, because she never had to fight. She only had to fight by becoming pretty and showing she's the best. So she doesn't know how to relate with words and capturing truths to return. So it's better to just let her feel protected. And I don't know what is going to be her choice and her free will with Trump administration and her lawyers and how much money they want to have. Easy money, following the old tradition of the old system. So you cannot believe that people are going to support you when they cannot talk for themselves. Because you cannot go around cutting the truth all the time. Yeah? So Erica needs time. What I perceive, she needs time to understand that she is a poor actor, all right? And it's not her fault. But of course you will fall in love with someone so beautiful. But it is very easy to make people fall in love by how beautiful you are. But when you lack understanding of what's going on, because everything works with money and connections, yeah? So you're making these connections and you think to have this power and connections, but the reality is, are you with the point, or just keep turning like a dog that's following its own tail? But you are not on the side of anyone then. I don't think the presidency is going to show all the flaws from the past of how they killed Kennedy and Epstein. I think from some side it must be ordered to be shown, so we move on. I have no idea of what's going on with the leaders from around the world and the trust they have for their people and their influences. But if it can help them to not create a war or to destruction, we need to know from them. Yes. So it has not worked among leaders. I just came with this conclusion. That's why I gave it to Candace Owens. But I will see that they're gonna want to destroy her. It's been embedded in man to destroy, just to survive, to belong. But now they're on their own, and they will just go for the numbers and the followers. They don't care because they have their freedom of expression, but they don't have a point. So you must support her, and she will support you as well. This is not about money or who is the lion among lionesses. This is for the collective consciousness to stop and help bring this to the truth. If we need to create an international courtroom because the members of the Congress of America are corrupting the truth, we should investigate how can we make, with the evidence So you need to prepare this. I'm just gonna throw all this to the people when you need to reconstruct the evidence better. I can only support you while being a nobody, because nobody can attack me. You see, you can be friend. You can love someone very much as much I have loved Jordan Peterson, and suddenly feel attacked because you're bringing some trauma from the past, right? Just to clear up as an example, and then the person can attack. I still love Jordan Peterson for his work. That there is controversies because man, woman, whatever. It's Mari. It has nothing to do with my love. My love is just for the work that's being done and the performance and the speech and to inspire others. But when you sell yourself, it loses potential to think that now you have this value. So don't allow numbers fool you, because you are having so many followers. Tomorrow you might just have a quarter of what you have today, or they might triple if you stand together. Yes, bring contrast. Yes, it's good to have the dynamic. Yeah. I would love really to see that's coming to reality through influencers, a universal coin. I do believe that only the people can trust the people. So make this together as you talk in the air. When I was a role player, I was taught that only in the light is what reality brings in the storyline. Never when you're plotting or discussing something. But some things must be sacred. It's sacred, but it's secret because you want to bring the cake out when it's ready. You cannot cut the cake until it's ready. Yeah? So I only know that when the cookies are gone, you will be able to cut the cake. You can talk about the cake and the layers. You can talk about all this. So if people want you to be rebellious, tell them why. It's very hard. It's very hard to make people feel responsible for their anger and their frustration. If you tell them that, they may hate you, right? They are with you because they're frustrated. They want to hate. Where the rage goes. So the goddess of hatefulness is also the goddess of rage. And I'm just saying this for the energy that's divine, that is fun. Rage is pure energy and pure fuel. I also need direction. So I am constantly watching where it's going. But you guys might even help the leaders of this world to not end in a place where nobody wants to be, by making it happening right now. All right. The crave for power. Look inside. Look how, when you look at how much power you have because you think you're the chosen one, and the crave to think that you can own it all, that you have so much power. When you see at these faces, look at yourself as well. You think you're so great and you don't care. Look at Putin. Look at all of them. Trump. Look at yourself as well when you want to bring another one down, because everyone is now turning points from here to there. Men are very beautiful and women are very beautiful. So I want to see another thematic here among men and women. That's a little more fun. It can be fun. It can be fun and sort of like sexy fun between men and women. If I have to bring, you have to write down how many times Nick Fuentes said she, because this happens all the time, all right? They start saying she like shooting guns, right? So it's like, wow. Let's not bring this a debate that is because it's men or women. So yes, the partnerships that you have is sharing this generation. The next generation, which is 10 years younger, already getting ready through the medias, but they don't want to be intellectual or dragged by all these dramas, so they will be easily driven to share interactive forms of value and constructive and helping parts of the world. They have chosen to have their sense of property and entering into a program that is being created by you. I've just come to this conclusion, and maybe it's being supported. So just throw the dart, yeah? Whoever shows this to the light, it's to be supported, yeah? So don't take it as just yours or against you. Talk about we influencers, all right? And yes, it's fun to see all this taking the mickey of one another. But you see, Elon Musk is having problems with Bill Gates, trying to get all the companies on his side. When I've studied Windows, I don't know, 8 years ago or 6, they wanted it. Because I was studying to whom to send the rules of role-playing to virtual reality. So I was studying all the tech titans or the most powerful people in the world for 1 year, and studying there and just being in silence for weeks and months, not in shock or as you might think, but totally blank into the unknown. Because you must also sense if they're ready. It's like, okay, they like virtual reality, they like to go ahead, but they're missing this. So they go to a stage where they're fighting with their technologies and the industries to put them on their side. So Bill Gates had a lot of relations because he's older. So he had acquired more relations through the high class, the highest class. It doesn't mean that he's super high class on the very top. Those are people that have even more. But those a bit below has put some markets together, so it benefits to that pipeline. But the world is bigger than that, all right? And they're always going to be there anyways. Everyone is in this world anyways, and everyone is going to be shown on their systems in the map. Just try to own this narrative. Try to own that it's being given to you. These words are given to you, but they will belong to you if you make it your own only. But allow Candace owns and support her for you as well. Yeah? Because this needs to go together to towards the theme to get out of this generation for this new year. Bring these gifts to humanity, man. But this information has been given to Candace Owens for you, for all of you, the influencers. I have written to Bill Gates. I want 8% from the virtual reality when there is an income for the influencers. But this is what I wished was sent. Like, I don't care anymore when, what year. I have it. I have the paper here when I have sent it. And that doesn't matter if you're standing alone. It's powerless. It's nothing. So yes, I won a lot of credit by putting the warrior woman together. They were furious, they were wild, they were free, some were very sexy. I would never sleep with anyone, just fool around and all that, but just I would always allow people to do whatever they want. I would just watch, if not, or just talk with another character around and just say yeah, like mature content, whatever. In fantasy stories, I would bring themes to protect queens so they just stand straight on their own and don't have to go and fight with the Amazons. But Styx would always talk, look what I have to do for you, woman. It's a shame to have to war for you, for what you've done. Don't insult other women thinking you're better. This goes for men and women, all right? Look at the world. Look at the world at large. You have so many people waiting for you. They would love to be as you. So prepare. And yes, that's how it goes. You just get that information, and Nick Fuentes put the artificial intelligence talking. So that's how it goes in the videos, and the videos in YouTube. They're okay. I don't want to talk more about it today. I really love to see everyone enjoy their life, really, and it's gonna happen only through you. I just came to this conclusion these few days ago, not even a week, because this is what you are showing me, and I hope, because you can see the light in everyone, but until where? You give power and you will abuse also? It used to be a joke on virtual reality and role play. Yeah. So Trump can only make peace deal. That's all. And show off that he had support. But the partition is a percentage for the world. Alright? And you guys need to talk about all this, so I don't have to talk about this again. You can talk about it better than I. Not because of my accent, but because I am stuck. I am stuck I'm not role playing. I'm used to role play for 2 decades. So if I don't role play, I feel stuck, and I don't want to be sharing fantasy or mythological storylines. I don't want to entertain anyone. I one of the rules is to role play among role players only. This is not for entertainment. This is just to share your virtual reality. If 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 Meta, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Adam Sun, if these guys stop the cookies and stop these wars and really put it for humanity, we will be able to cut the cake. But the systems might have to be split, and the cake needs to be cut for peace around the world to support those to grow as well. So if you believe in eating the small fish because it's not protected, then I cannot give you anything, because I am not a small fish to catch to give information for free. So this is a mediation that's up to them until where they do wanna. This is not extortion, right? You simply don't do that. When you look in a game board and you look where people are situated, yeah, is where they stand for. America is too much in the mind. It needs to come down to the heart. Most of influencers just talking about what people want to get and desires in the mind. If you become Catholic, it's also in your mind. It's because you like the rating and it's fashion. It makes you feel good and better. Um, the, 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 the truthfulness behind spirituality is it. Without mercy and compassion, your enlightenment is just a bit dead. What is the point of having a super consciousness machine if you don't have humanity, if you don't have a body to feel for one another, to be excited, to feel the thrill, the heartbeat until here? Your heartbeat cannot go through because the other one is not getting through your meaning or through you as well. So it is pending there, and you throw the ball again, and it's just catch and change for their behalf. So you throw it again and again and again and again, and that's what role players do, all right? But I've come from 20 years in the future to tell you how is role play about. Jordan Peterson, I respect his map of meaning, and he still has a door open to gather to do the rules of virtual reality. When he wants to ask me, it could be anyone as well, when there is peace. So you cannot create anything in a territory of war and hatred. It can be a lot of fun and outrageous if you've never come out of your cage. But you will love to have the storylines together in real life or in a fantasy world, so they continue. There's nothing more sad when groups divide and you're left alone with nothing when you thought to have it all. What creates all the divisions are the lies, the ultra hatred, because it's the hacks. Storylines are being cut because they don't have enough imagination to create more, allowing others to create more. And a discourse is very boring to bring. So bring something new to humanity. This is the only answer to have a universal coin. Because if all the powers are fighting against each other as you do, this is a pattern that's repeating until you make the change. I can't do it. I can't do it. This is not to destroy United States of America or Europe or the West or Russia or China. To embrace the world, right? So I was watching a woman talking about women can really support the next generation, all right, but with support of men as well. Men will support themselves, so we have to work in a group. Yes, be against, but also be with for this. So it's not that Candace Owens is the queen of the map, but she's been giving this, and it's not by one of her many informants, right? If you really think about it, of course they're not gonna make them up, because then people will see all the corruption they do, all of them. In Venezuela, doesn't matter which politician comes, they take all the money from the petrols. In the Middle East as well, they have slaves from all around the world. People have no rights. In the Middle East, they work every day for $500. They work every day, 10 hours, 12 hours. There are no human rights. I have worked and seen, and they tell me, because I will talk with everyone when I can, a little bit. So you have all this responsibility. It's not just for fun. Of course, have fun, but be in touch with what's being given to you as well, to be supported. I really just think that man and woman can bring a state of heaven, all right? I really believe that. You can have many women if you want. Mature, if it's with consent. If you think better, you wouldn't pay them, right? You make sure at least they want to try you. But mentally as well, become more sophisticated with one another. The sophistication is something others don't have. So, and if you don't do it, the next generation is gonna do it. My children's generation is gonna do it. They're gonna look at me like if I'm obsolete. I didn't make it work. And I will have to think, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong that it didn't happen? What was it? Because I'm playing too smart? Where the others didn't bring it because they thought they're gonna be fooled, like they are delusional. They must think they have followers because they talk what people want. And I don't have followers because I talk like a crazy person with just imagination. They are answers. The people don't apply it to reality is their problem. They are answers. They are answers, solutions. Many have applied and have won. And when they're taking advantage, they even say, it's okay, we're gonna get rid of her after. Because I give advice, but I also, bullshit about yourself. But the point is to break your ego. If you are so attached to your ego, you're not transparent. That's what Zen master does, or some international therapists. They play the Zen stick. So when people are thinking too much or they're in the mind, they just give them a Zen stick. There's something to kill people with the Zen stick. You need your ego, but at the same time, remember you are more than that. You're channeling. So take the truth of the people. That's truth they're telling you. So there is a mix of feelings, a mix of information from here, there. And yes, what is secret, please just keep it secret, because I'm not any better than anyone. But I cannot be thinking of what people say to me. I can only think in silence to prevent and to premeditate, to be able to give a hand if I can. I cannot think of anything but you. I will wish the manager that works for me is fired, so when I go to work, I don't have to deal with what I have to deal, right? I have more problems. I have a lot of problems. So I don't like to work in real life with so little support that's not real. They're just words come and go, and people are just nice. So the power of being nice and the power of being right is necessarily both of them. Better to be funny and have a good day. You want things in order towards that direction. You together can provide so much. Okay, really, is this... I just really wish that they take it out. Just take it out from my chest, the technological map. They will invest later if they like the idea, but people must know that it's coming from the people. I am from the people. I work in a store. I've been working... Look, maybe I went to the school of the Prince of Spain, and I have a private driver, and I grew up very rich. And I can understand how many people think, because I grew up with a lot of love. When you have so much love and abundance and attention, and just to listen to my father, that you have the power to bring good, that you have the power to make things rightful in this world. Even when he died, he didn't like me to dance. I only dance on Mondays, because in Manhattan, it wouldn't be drug addicts or alcoholic people on Mondays. It would just be dancers. And when he was murdered, I couldn't dance anymore. And I would go for months every Monday. I couldn't dance anymore. And I love to be free in New York City and just be myself and love all my friends. Just study script writing and raise my daughter. Could do so many things in the land of the free, where nobody's judging anyone. That was before Trump came. Giuliani took the parties away and locked everyone for everything has to be closed, even the bars. New York City was not anymore the city that never sleeps. Started to become corrupted with Giuliani, these guys, the Twin Towers. And I wanted to say this when they fell down and I would go with my bus. And I didn't have a normal job, all right? When I went with my bus and would take me all the time there, I would say, I'll never be like you. I will never be like you. I will never understand. I could understand that. Oh, yeah, I will understand. No, there's nothing to be understood there. Nothing to be understood there. Life has meaning. You want to die? Come to the underworld. Come and roleplay. Have fun. I can show you everything if you like. Just stop the cookies. Just try to see the solution. If you don't see the solution, just give it a time to see it together. But leave those questions in the air. All those people that tried to kill Trump, they've been manipulated. All right, they have been manipulated. All those, that's been production, right? So you want people to vote for you, that they love you, because it's real. You're playing with reality, but this is the only chance. 'Cause I am getting tired. People are getting so tired. They just do a thorough work because they have no more hope. They don't want people to see the reality. They are broke. They will say they're together. It's gonna cost a lot for this inner revolution. You need to have balls. You need to be a cunt, not a pussy. If you ever had risked anything, being taught to risk, I won't say what I've been taught as a child. But my grandparents didn't raise me because I'm better than mommy or daddy. They love you so much. So take a risk and become responsible. Take a risk. Where do you think there's so many employees? Because they don't take a risk with their free will. You're giving the chance of a free will. That divine rage needs a theme and an answer. So you count the minutes you have for it. Count the seconds you have for it. So you change the direction and see if it's going with the force that you together are making. This is not a job of one person. You are the ones that can bring the new world together. This is a support that's stronger than what you might think. Okay, that's it. It's gonna be 1 hour now. It's annoying, but I hope it just changes. I don't like to be talking about this anymore, so it's something new and exciting. Bye. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.